Welcome back. Classic car revivals. We got my wife's third gen Camaro in here. F-body. What'd you guys call it back in the day? The Sea Dog?
I think so.
Yeah.
Have to ask Joe.
Well, funny story behind the car is she tells her little brother, who was 16 years old at the time, hey, go car shopping for me. Find something I can drive back and forth to college with. And, well, he comes back with a 83 Camaro with a 383 stroker in it and a built transmission. The car was quick. It had lots of power. Well, they had driven it for, I don't even know how long you guys drove it for. Then it got parked and it sat for like 10 years, and I think, was it 08? I brought it home. I rebuilt the carb, and that's the only thing I did to the car, and we took it to the drag strip drag racing. I think I might have put nitrous on it. But the cars went 1190s, something like that. That was a long time ago. So it's been off the road since, I think the tags say 11. I had wanted to go fast. I had a bunch of stuff bought for it. I was going to ladder bar it. Brought it somewhere. He never finished it. Brought it back home. Sat for a couple more years. And then I found a killer deal on Chris Alston's complete 4-link kit with the cage. I think I paid, I want to say it was $1,200 for that whole kit. I had to find a rear end, but I found a Chevy 12-bolt narrowed. It's got, what are these, 32 by 14 5s on it. So, I got a pile of money into this car, and it's time I do something with it. I got an engine, I got a transmission, I got a Spawn front K-member. I still have to buy some more stuff for it to make it, you know, these A-arms will work on it and that kind of stuff, but I want to do go with the tubular and the coilovers and all that fun stuff. But I've always wanted to take a car to Byron to the wheel stand competition, and I think this should make enough power to stick it on the back bumper. It'll be light enough up front. I have to throw some sandbags in the back, but that's my plan for it. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe Byron 2025. But tonight I'm gonna rip this old K-member out. I already started on that side, just to make sure I didn't kill myself with a flying spring or something. So, but yeah, I'm going to move to this side and get that spring out of there and the strut so it looks just like this, which made me a little nervous taking that out. But since there's no engine in the car, there's no weight to be able to put load on the springs, so it comes out easy. So it didn't come out violent, but it was... The car raised up as I was taking that bolt out.
So where do I not want to stand?
You don't want to stand right here.
Okay. I won't.
But for now, I'm going to take this other ball joint off. There's a trick to popping them off. You just beat on them with a hammer. Pickle forks, they wreck your rubber. You just smack right there with a hammer a bunch of times, and it usually just falls up.
As does everything that's sitting on top of the car.
Yeah. Let's drop some more stuff. I like your stuff. So yeah, that's what I did last time. I just stood back and got a nut stuck in there. Well, that time it didn't come flopping out like last time. This is when the spring might shoot out, so yeah, don't go that way. Alright, you're safe now. Maybe. Still got some pressure on it. The other side didn't when I got to this point. Oh. So if you want to know a trick on how to lower a car with springs up front, just cut one coil off. Take that where it's at and cut that coil off. Then you got to drop. Or you can heat them. The weight on the car, you heat here and it'll start to drop. And then you heat across the other side and it'll start to drop. You don't want to do it too much because then your car will end up, on the ground. Yeah, there's only three bolts or something that hold the whole cross member in. And I already took one out, the hard one to get to. But now that the spring's out of the way, or the lower control arm, it would have been easy to get to. This car's actually in really nice shape, and it's been a Minnesota car its whole life, I believe. So I got a little bit of rust on the floor. I do got to do some patching from when that ladder bar setup was getting put in. But 3 more bolts and this should be on the ground. Look at that. There's no rust on that. The assembly lube is still on it, or the anti-seize. That's supposed to be it. So the cherry picker picked me. It tried to pick me up. Right on my back fat too. Thanks for asking if I'm okay, by the way.
It's on the ground.
It's a self-ejector. And yeah, I think that kit weighs, it's like 16 pounds or something. Yeah, it's super light. And this thing probably weighs 87. So the next thing is just, I'm going to pull this bolt and this bolt out. Drop these off. Maybe I'll get this in place first and then bolt these on. After that's hanging, it'll just make it easier to hang into place. Got me good. Wow, that came out a lot easier than I thought. And I bought this a couple years ago because I had a 468 big block I was putting in this thing with an 871 blower. I couldn't get the headers to work. I bought 2 different sets. I got so frustrated. I even pounded the inside of my firewall, trying to make room for them headers. Still didn't fit. Gave it up. I sold the engine, sold the blower. Actually, I think I traded the blower for my S10. Sold the engine. And then, so now I'm going back to a small block. But if anybody out there needs a set of Hooker Super Comp big block 3rd gen header Camaros, I have a set. If you're building a big block 3rd gen, let me know. I'll sell them. I'll ship them to you even. Yeah. I even got all the hardware for putting the stuff back in. I'm on top of it. Pretty good I still have the hardware after a couple of years. And I knew right where it was at, too. Oh, they gypped me. They only set 4 washers for 6 nuts. I guess 2 of them aren't getting any. Alright, I need your help to bolt this in. So, after that's done, we'll kick that thing back on and show you what it looks like. Don't mind me, I'm just down here sleeping. This actually fit in there pretty decent. I had to massage it down here a little bit to make room, but the longer ones and shorter ones? Run out of threads or something. Might put one of the old ones back in there. Oh, yeah, that's what the extra washers are for. You double them up on that one. Yeah, look how big of a difference that made. There's lots of room in there now. It'll definitely fit my big oil pan I got on there. Yeah. Snazzy, right?
It is. I like it.
And it takes all that weight off the front. They'll bring a scale out and step on it and then weigh that and see how much that actually weighs. Probably weighs more than a baby elephant. Yeah, those ones bottom out.
Do you want some other? Do you want the ones that are on the stool here?
No, I will in a second. I'll get this one in. Never a big impact. Dirt in my eyeball too. Most of the weight on this actually comes from these. That center section wasn't that heavy, but I think it's the clearance issue. It gives you a lot more options you can run with for oil pan wise and hopefully headers. Because I'd like to find a big set of headers for this. Because yeah, that motor makes 650, so bigger the header, the better. At least that's the way I look at it. So. But I'm gonna lift this up in place and. Lady behind the camera, behind the scenes, is gonna start that for me, and then I'll just pivot it in to get the bottom bolts in. So we'll be back after I get this in there. We got that side in. Oh, it's a nice piece. They did a good job making it, but they might have went off their specs for their lower control arms, but. It works. It was just a fight getting it lined up, which it's not a big deal. Assuming this side's going to go in way easier than the other side. And then since I don't have coilovers, I'm probably just going to cut a couple small chunks of blocks just to put where the springs go, so it's still functional, still roll it in and out. Just in case I get bored with it and want to move on to the next project. I'm glad I make you smile. You're gonna go in? Not that direction. What did I put that one through? Alright, I went from the inside. Brr! Why is the cold floor so cold over here?
Well, you had your sweatshirt on before.
Yeah.
Oh, you just moved it out of place.
Yeah, I know. Gotta get it lined up on my side first. How does it look there?
Well, I think I can see the bolt, but
Yeah.
it's got to go down a little bit.
Yeah, and it will. As soon as I get the back lined up. So, hope I didn't just put the wrong bolt in. I think I did. You said you can see it?
Well, it's not coming through, but I see the bolt itself.
Okay. Brr. Just put my hoodie back on. I don't want to get it all dirty though. Come on. The fight is real. Look at that. That one went through. This one. I did put them in the wrong side.
Second time should be easier, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. You're gonna have to edit out all the fighting around and just focus on that. Because that worked really nice.
It did. That was great.
Yeah. I should take it back out and try it again. It went in so easy.
Look at people. This is nothing.
Yeah. I'm not an amateur. I'm a professional. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be out here filming. We'll get all 421 cubic inches of beauty stuffed in that thing.
It is pretty beautiful.
It is a nice piece. I like it. Hopefully it's enough horsepower to do a wheelie. This car used to do it. Lift the driver's tire off the ground. And that was just with that mild built 383. Was nothing special. And a stock transmission. 150 shot of nitrous and a 430 rear gear. It'd carry it. It'd jump a pop can. Hopefully it'll jump a 5-gallon pail now. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the rest of this tonight and then be messing around here tomorrow. Hopefully get that and that swooped into here. I know. Putting a $9,000 engine and a $3,000 transmission into a 3rd gen Camaro, but honestly, the amount of money I got in this car, I can't let it sit any longer. It was $3,500 just to have the cage and the 4-link put in it, so it's not counting the buying the tires and the rims and shocks and the rear end. Yeah, all fun stuff. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, we'll see you in point 2. Let's throw a little grease on this thing and shoehorn this bugger in. Hopefully. Yeah, when I was trying to stuff that big block in here, I must have had that thing in and out of here 8 or 9 times. But I know a small block's gonna fit in here just nice. So. Ooh, watch the paint. Watch the paint. Oh, scratched it. Well, that's gonna take away from the resale. Hopefully this won't be a SEMA car anytime soon. Right?
No, I think it could be.
I think you're blind. I might reach under there and lift that transmission up and you can slide the cherry picker back. Think you can handle that?
Yep.
If I can get all the way under here. Okay, start pushing.
Pushing it towards you?
Yep. Yeah. I just gotta cut it out. Ow. When I say push, I mean push. Okay, now it should go up. Gotta pull it back just a little bit.
More?
Oh, I'll come in some. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna stuff the jack underneath it. Oh. Getting closer. Problem is I got turbo 400 trans mount in here and this is a power glide. But just to hold it in place it should be fine. Way too much power. How's it looking?
It looks good. It's not quite lined up right there.
Yeah, give me a second. Oh, now is it lined up?
Well, it's a lot better.
How about now?
I think so.
Yeah. It's close. It must not be designed to have these massive bolts in there that are the exact same size as the hole. Now that one won't come out. Come on. Let go. Maybe smaller bolts next time, huh?
Maybe.
Well, it's in. Use my hammer. Everything works as a hammer. That looks nice in there. Too bad the engine's worth 7 times what the car's worth. It's a good spot to store it, I think. It's better than having it sitting over there or over there. Just seal it up nice and tight so no moisture gets in until I can afford headers and trans mount. And I got a radiator for it. I want to put manual steering in it to eliminate power steering. I might just go wild and get a electric water pump too. This block is half filled, so it's going to need all the water flow it can get to stay fairly cool. Look at that. It's been a couple years since I put an engine in this thing. Forgot how good it looked with a small block in it. That's a nice small block. I like it. What do you guys think? Is this car a waste of time? Should I put this engine in something else or keep my wife's high school car forever? I'll probably keep it forever anyway. You've had almost 30 years, so. Well, I think I got more floor stuff to do, so I'll show some of that as it progresses. But as for now, the engine's sitting in here, so we'll next time we get a minute to film, we'll come out and do some more shooting and maybe put the nose cone back on this and get the hood back on. Yeah, the nose cone was it stuck out so far, my cherry picker wouldn't reach all the way in there, so I had to take it off last time I was messing with it. Yeah, we have lots of room for headers on this side anyway. Yeah, this side looks good. So I think I'm gonna order the front exit headers with some bull horns here. So a little bit of nitrous. Yeah, I think we should be able to drag bumper with it. I'm hoping, at least once. I guess if it breaks, it breaks. But all right, we'll see you when we're ready to start filming again. I'm back. I got the hood set on. Gorilla tape down. It's gonna get pushed back out. Biggest thing is I got the engine and transmission sitting in there. So when I do have a little extra cash and order some headers and I need a cross member, it's all ready. I just gotta bolt that stuff on, wire it, and get a drive shaft made. But I've been working on the floor. I got that side patched up, this side most of the way patched up. I reused some steel out of the bed of Big Jim. That box I put on there, I cut that foot out of it. I reclaimed all that material. Saved at least $40 doing that. I got this piece mocked up so I can tack it in place, and I was debating on trying to scrape all the glue off of this so I can weld that back in. But might be just easier to cover it. You guys like my snorkel hood? Somebody that's behind the camera does not like it. So when I first started racing this car, I remember I raced this guy in a Vega, and his car ran like 1280s, and after the race he came up and talked to me. He's like, yeah, you came pulling up next to me, and he's like, oh, I thought for sure I was going to beat you, you know, old chintzy tack. And you know, I think we only rattle can this car, and I don't know, I've always called it the junkyard dog because one of the engines I built for it was nothing but everything I found was either junkyard parts or off of Craigslist. But I blew like a 1196 and he ran like a 1280 and came and talked to me and he's like, yeah, I didn't realize that car was that fast. I was like, yeah. Don't judge the book by its cover, I guess. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Hopefully I'll be in the tens with it. Or on the back bumper like I want to be. Scare the camera lady when she's filming. Yeah. What are you doing? It rubs the back bumper on the ground.
You know, I don't even want to see that.
Yeah.
Maybe I just won't be there.
Well, I got a
Maybe I'll
shot
just
of nitrous that's going on it too.
Send
So.
Whiskey Dents with you.
Yeah, he'd like that.
Yeah, he can do the filming.
Whiskey Dent's down there with me. Oh, he's probably on lockdown or grounded or something.
He can be ungrounded for a day.
Yeah, I don't know. He's too shaky. That's why he's a good welder, because he's got that shake.
He has a tripod. He'll manage.
Yeah, he is a tripod. Yeah, I'm going to get this tacked in a few spots, and then it's dark out, but I think we're going to try to wheel this thing back out, and then, yeah, we'll film the next project coming in. I'll drive it in, give you guys a little sneaky peek at what I got going on coming up next. I know a few people really like the car, so. Yeah. Oh, I just watched Glenn's 1776 Garage Viper Revival. He's sitting there, I don't want to give it away, sorry. Just in case you guys haven't seen it, I laughed, I chuckled, so. But yeah, I'm going to burn this in quick, and then we'll bring in the next project. Oh yeah, there's my welding gloves. Well, that's a big car. What do you guys think? Should I let you know what I need to do to it for next week, or just let it be a surprise? Gotta get this thing out of here. One of the issues is the car's not supposed to ride that low. For not having air ride, it's on the ground. But, yeah. You'll have to find out next Thursday. So, like, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. So, yeah. I'll let you know what we plan on doing with this one at the beginning of the episode. Not this Friday, or next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday. So, I don't know when the date is. 2 weeks from Thursday, or a week from Thursday. So, thanks again. We'll see you next time.